This video is brought to you by 3, bringing you 4G at no extra cost and some exclusive deals over at btech.com.
Hey guys, welcome to BTech. It's Basil here, recording a quick comparison between the HTC One and the Samsung Galaxy S5. Newly announced at MWC this year, the Samsung Galaxy S5 features a 5.1-inch Full HD display, a heart rate monitor on the reverse, coupled with that 16-megapixel camera. Incredibly good on the specs front, but how does it compete with our favorite handset of last year, the HTC One? Well, design-wise, HTC One still wins, given the fact it does feel more premium, given that metal body. The screen's also nice and sharp by comparison, but it doesn't pop anywhere near as much the super bright, punchy 5.1-inch Super AMOLED panel. Design highlights on the HTC One include those boom sound speakers up top and bottom. On the Samsung Galaxy S5, you've got a front-facing camera as you do with the HTC One. Down below, though, you've got a power button which doubles up as a heart rate monitor, menu button and back button, which are both capacitive either side. On the right side of the Samsung Galaxy S4 is a power button. Down below, micro USB 3 port. On the left-hand side is a volume rocker. Up at the top is a 3.5mm headphone jack and an infrared blaster. On the reverse is that 16-megapixel camera and heart rate monitor. With that weird dappled plastic finish that this now has, it definitely feels a lot better in the hand than the Samsung Galaxy S4 did before. But we're not totally sold in terms of how it looks, at least not in this shimmering blue version. The HTC One, by contrast, just looks a little bit more classical, actually a lot more classical. On the right hand side you've got a volume rocker, down below you've got a micro USB port, on the left side no buttons, but you do have a micro SIM tray, micro eject SIM tray. Up top, power button which doubles up as an infrared blaster and a 3.5mm jack. Flipping it round, a 4-megapixel or ultra-pixel camera and NFC connectivity on both devices. The screens, as we said, Super AMOLED, LCD 3, both look great. The HTC One may be a little bit better for ebook reading given the improved pixel density by contrast to the Pentile Super AMOLED 5.1-inch Full HD panel on the S5. User interfaces on the HTC One, you've got this blink feed style feed to the left, which they created. On the Samsung Galaxy S5, you've got this blink feed style user interface, which HTC kind of, well, you get where we're going with that. Also, when you do pinch the Samsung Galaxy S5, you get the same kind of home screen management system as Sony, or at least a very similar one. So it's quite interesting to see Samsung borrowing so much, but at the same time, we have to say we do like the fact everything looks so much more simple and clean. Up at the top you've got really nice clean iconography which you can then swap out, so by nature it's just much less busy than it was before. You've got S-Finder that'll help you view, find various apps or files on your phone, and Quick Connect to connect you to Bluetooth and Wi-Fi Direct compatible devices. Applications are virtually identical to that on the Samsung Galaxy S4 before it. If we open up the actual UI of the HTC One, you can see it's also very heavily skinned, but it looks very horizontal. Everything just really matches the elongated physicality of the phone itself, down to the horizontally scrolling blink feed through to the pull down in order to activate your options in your applications tray. So, two devices. What are the specs? Well, you've got a quad-core processor on both Qualcomm processors, Snapdragon 600 in the HTC One clocked at 1.7 GHz, Snapdragon 801 processor 2.5 GHz in here, so it will be significantly more powerful. And for most users, you probably won't notice HTC One slowing down all that much, but if you are a gamer, then you will definitely appreciate that extra screen real estate, not to mention that oomph. The HTC One is available in 32 or 64GB variants, in contrast to the 16 or 32GB variants, though, once again, the Galaxy S5 is expandable. Like we said, it's also water and dust resistant and has CAP for LTE, so it's going to give you faster internet on the go than the HTC One. Hopefully that's covered all the bases. If you have any questions about either of the phones, please fire them in the comments section below. I've been Basil for BTech. Head over to btech.com for the latest in smartphones, tablets, news and reviews.
At the top of the screen is where you can find 3 hand-picked videos for your viewing pleasure. On the left is where you can subscribe, and on the right hand side you can find some exclusive deals if you head over to btect.com.